Welcome to Perpetual Backlog Podcast, the gaming podcast catered for you to listen and get through that pesky backlog of yours. With hosts like Aqua, I have no idea what I'm doing, Dalit Duskwhite,
Come for the games, stay for my friends trying to kill me with their horrible puns,
and Leek Whipple.
Hey, this is Leek coming at you with a funny one-liner that I've been ordered to record, but the joke is I can't think of anything, so yeah, finger guns, pew pew, totally cool.
Where's your motivation?
My motivation is right here. So what did you guys do this week?
This week was a busy week for me. This is finals week, and I had a lot of finals work to get done last week. But, I played something. What did I play? Oh, I've been playing Outriders, that's right. I'm at a spot in Outriders. I have no idea how far along I am. I kind of thought this game ended 2 zones ago, and then it kept going. So, that's interesting. Met some natives. And, I'm working through it. I think I'm a little less sweet on this game than a lot of other people. I think most of that comes from this game being an always online game that really needs to not always be online.
Yeah. I can agree with that. Let me give you a word of advice here. Don't pay attention to the story. Drop your world tier to 1 and just blast through it.
It's funny you should mention that. I have finally given up on keeping up with world level. I'm world level 6, 7, one of those two. I'm done. I'm not jacking that up any further. It's literally hindering my progression. So,
yeah.
and honestly, the world tier doesn't even affect. I guess it moderately affects loot drops, but it's not like it stops you from progressing. I could probably have this at like level 1. I get a bunch of common gear, but it would all be to my level.
Actually, kind of. Yeah, it does. Yeah. Anyway, yeah. No, drop it down to 1 and just don't even think about doing the score. You skip cutscenes. It's bad. It doesn't make any sense.
Yeah. I've been watching these cutscenes because boy oh boy, I was gonna give this story a try and it's not great.
No, it's very non-existent. Actually, like. Did you get to the desert area yet?
No,
Okay.
I've been playing, but I haven't had like the time to really like buckle down and run through it.
Once you get to the desert area, everything goes out the window.
Oh, charming! Great, wonderful.
Yeah,
Love
it's. I'm just like, what the fuck is going on? That's nice. I mean, like, to be fair, the gameplay of Outriders is the only thing that really keeps like people playing.
Yeah, and I still think Borderlands is better, but I think that's because I prefer guns to abilities. Don't get me wrong, the abilities here are fucking fantastic. I am a spinning blender of death. I am a teleporting wizard of assassination. I am a knife-throwing god of the battlefield. And it always feels great. But the guns don't, and I've been trained by less Borderlands, more Destiny, but...
Yeah, no, the
gunplay... I'm sure once I get to the...
The gunplay in Borderlands is definitely better.
But at this point, yeah, I just need to get to the end game. I need to run the expeditions in a party with like 2 other people. Because to be fair, that was the most fun I had. Was I opened up my lobby, 2 people joined, and we absolutely demolished. It was pretty cool, honestly.
Co-op's really fun in that game. So.
Yeah, and it requires like no actual conversation, which is a plus because I know what people on the internet are like. I know you, internet. I played Call of Duty. I know what to expect.
I've played Overwatch.
That's me done. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
That's it.
Uh-huh. Oh,
Leak.
as for me, I will simply say fish 3-0.
Oh no!
No.
No! Oh.
The feisty motherfuckers, the fucking fish. Jesus Christ. Okay, no, I did like do other things in Subnautica besides getting beaten up by aquatic life. So like in the beginning, near the beginning anyway. So the premise is your ship crashes onto this water world, and you have to try and salvage everything, and scavenge together, and fix things. Now and again, periodically, which means the same thing. I don't know. I said that twice. There is a message saying the core in the blah 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 mothership will detonate in blah blah blah, like nuclear atomic levels are rising, etc. And then eventually it comes down to you have 10 seconds before explosion occurs. So I'm sitting there going, oh fuck, is this like a game over like a situation right now? Am I just gonna like sit on top of my escape pod and just like light a cigarette and just watch the world burn?
No,
Yeah, I
but
was
Kim
so
doesn't believe in
tempted.
the no-win scenario.
No, I'm a big baby bitch, aren't I? I just hid in that escape pod going, fuck, it's an explosion. So I expected to die. And sure enough, an
Amazing.
explosion did happen, and everything was freaking shaking. The screen was like going all deteriorating and that kind of thing. And I was going, shit, oh fuck that, oh, game over, man, game over. To quote Aliens, game over, man, game over. And yeah, no, nothing. I was fine after all that dramatics. After all that dramatics, me shitting myself.
Amazing.
I was fine. And I just need to make basically a radiation suit now. So cool.
Well, I mean, at the end, when you get to the end of Subnautica, you make sure you play Major
Mhm.
Tom, or
Need to get the timing right,
yeah,
don't I?
Space Oddity for the end.
you got to make sure you play because it lines up perfectly. I will say this every time.
Mhm, mhm.
Actually, I need to find that video so I can show you guys.
I'd be.
Hmm.
It's
So,
good.
Aqua, what did you do?
So after we ended last week's podcast, I immediately bought Monster Hunter Rise.
Yes.
and downloaded it.
Weak is will. You heard
Yep.
me. Your weak is will.
The turns have tabled on me. But that's
Look,
actually
I
not.
caved first, okay?
Yeah.
So you
Well, I
can't
mean,
really
you,
give a
Both of
shit.
your wills are weak.
but didn't you
I
really
am
get
the
it for your
strong
kid?
one here.
No, he doesn't play it.
Oh.
Got tiny hands. I don't know.
Hey, yeah, his
Uh,
hands aren't large enough to do the Monster Hunter clog, right?
Yeah. Since we had a whole show last week about Monster Hunter, I will just go in and say, yes, it is very fun. I'm not at high rank yet. I'm at Hunter rank 3. 4 is when you get in the high rank. It only goes up to Hunter rank 7. Which I guess is the whole reason why they were talking about how like this game wasn't finished, like in, I guess, content wise. Because
Well, yeah, as someone who's
it's a
played the
continuous
Monster Hunter
thing, though.
games,
Yeah.
it's always upgraded little by little.
oh yeah, but I'm like just referring to like World had like
Yeah,
so many
that's
levels.
Just world. Yeah, that's just world. Though.
So that's actually not as true as you think. World's presentation
Oh?
was super distracting, but remember, World only had. I don't know. It had Master Rank, I guess, but Master Rank wasn't
Yes.
really. Wait,
I mean,
did Master Rank come before?
Master rank was added with Iceborne.
With Iceborne, right? Yeah, no, it just had I rank, and this is generally how it's done. And the first or second major update, you'll get G rank, and
Yeah, my point was that World had an actual expansion.
Well, yeah, but
Whereas-
even before the
Totally
expansion,
separate.
Even before the expansion, you
Totally
still got
separate.
you.
Yeah,
You were
but,
still able. You were
once
still
again,
able to go to
my
100
point-
rank
God
99.
damn it. Let me finish.
I know. But I'm just saying the comparison between the numbers or whatever. Like seven, like it feels
Yeah,
like you can
but-
get to 7 really quickly.
Okay, so on the handhelds, it's just continuous updates, little by little, as Dollet said. There isn't a finish and then an expansion on the handhelds originally.
Yeah,
So
that
are we
said,
expecting 100
you
rank
are-
999 in this one?
At some point, I imagine you'll be able to do it. It'll just break out, and you'll just be able to keep going, and
Mhm.
you'll get all manner of shenanigans. You get rainbow pigment, rainbow armor. But yeah, the base for the portable games generally has always been kind of light at first, and then like a deluge. Nah, not a deluge. A steady stream of content in terms of event content, in terms of crossovers, in terms of just additional stuff added to the game until the eventual G rank update, wherein
Mhm.
you get to suffer.
I will say
Even
this:
the Banabras sucked.
I played like one hunt that night. I bought it, all right, and I was like, yeah, not playing this until I get a pro controller. So I immediately bought a pro controller.
Yeah,
Must feel a lot better.
The Monster Hunter's grand, and I remember playing this on the PSP. But boy, oh boy, that layout has never felt good. Like, there's a reason I joked about the claw grip. It's never felt good. It needs like a controller to be played.
Yeah.
That's why the Circle Pad Pro was so important.
Mhm.
I did get in. So when you get in, you have to do like a hunt as a longsword, or you have to like at least do some of the like tutorial as a longsword, because you don't get any materials to swap weapons or like to make another weapon. So you actually have to go in and do something with the longsword, which is like kind of unfortunate. Because I'd have like to just jumped into like bow immediately. So I'd like wait a little bit to make a bow. A bow feels exactly the same as it does in World in the beginning.
Mhm.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, almost exactly. It's a lot harder to mount as a bow, because of the way mounting works in this game.
Mhm.
It is so it's apparently easier to mount the monsters that aren't your target monster in the game. So like if you're hunting one monster and there's like 2 other monsters on there, it's easier to go to the other monsters and mount them and then run them into the monster that you're hunting, to like start off damage on it. The best thing I ran into while playing as the bow is when I finally got the aerial shot as with your switch skills.
Do you feel as cool as you look?
Oh my god, it is so much better. Like if you're playing with people, all right, you don't really have to worry about getting hit by anything anymore. If you're playing as a bow, because you have this basic combo as a bow, all right? If you have the Hercules claw switch skill, all right, and the aerial shot, you Hercules claw, you shoot, then you then you spread shot twice, and then you use your wire bug and you throw your wire bug into the air, grabs up, and you do your fucking your 3 aerial shots that you can do, or 2 to 3 aerial shots that you can do, and you do a crap ton of damage. It is. I mean, I didn't do like a crap ton of damage because I was still like fucking using like I'm in low rank fucking gear, but it's so cool. It's so cool. I've never felt cooler playing the bow.
Yeah, early insect glaive's very similar to what transition or anything.
I think early on the weapons feel the same. It's just when you start getting into the switch skills is when it's
Yeah.
is when it starts opening up, and I'm just like, I'm a couple of key quests, and then the I guess the the rank up quest away from becoming high rank. They've got this like tower defense game that you have to do, which is like called like rampages.
Yeah.
Those are kind of like okay, I guess. I got into a group with Lavrin a couple days ago. And they just pretty much carried me through like a bunch of my key quests. But yeah, Monster Hunter Rise is really
In
good.
true Monster Hunter fashion.
Yeah, getting carried,
So-
yeah.
Real quick question before we move on. Key quests are back. They're not just they're a bonus and like
You have
quests and such like that.
you do have gathering quests and everything. Like
Okay,
like
so they've
I
really just gone back to
assume.
the old idea. Cool.
Yeah. You have you have a certain amount of key quests that you need to do to go on to the next like section of like when you do like it'll say you have like you need to do 3 key quests, but you have like 7 key quests you can do. So you can pick like, you know, how many out of the 7 out of that 7 to do. After you do those like 3, a pretty much like a storyline quest will pop up or whatever, and you'll either have to do a rampage, or there'll be another like a special hunt. Like I've already fought Magnamalo.
Oh, all right.
And by fight I mean I shot at it and everything, and I did like 1 to 7 damage, like with like some of my shots and shit like that. But Lavrin and 2 other people pretty much carried my ass through that because that motherfucker one hit me.
Oh no. Oh.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's what happens.
he hits hard. But yeah, I got in there. We played. We did like quest for like a few hours, and then I need to hop off to eat. But it was pretty fun. I plan on continue playing it. That's not the surprising thing because everybody knew my will was weak. When it came to stuff like this, I mean, throughout the podcast, I was thinking, oh, maybe I'll get Monster Hunter Rise. Blah blah blah. When I say that, I'm pretty much I'm pretty much almost at the screen of buying. So just let you know that.
My only surprise, it wasn't my surprise. Sorry, it wasn't surprising to me after Lav and Sly came on that you cracked like an egg. It was how quick you shattered to pieces. Do you want to tell them how long after we stopped recording it was before you were already downloading?
As soon as I stopped recording, I walked over, unplugged my Switch from the wall on the other side, plugged it up into my like computer setup over here, took my Switch out, turned it on, and bought it. So less than 5 minutes.
And quite honestly, between you and me, chat, viewers, sorry, not Twitch, between you and me, I thought it was in negative seconds. I thought he was already queued up.
No.
Hey,
I had stopped
negative.
recording.
Technically, I got it just before the.
Yeah, you did. You got it before the podcast.
So get on my level, Aqua.
It's true. It's true. She was days ahead of the game.
I'm sorry. I needed to be talked into
I'd
it.
literally be playing only 4 hours before the.
I needed to be talked into it. I should have known. I should have known having like 2 people on that were like that are super into Monster Hunter. That would immediately make me crack. And honestly, I mean, for people that haven't listened to the that stream, Laverne talked for days about Monster Hunter.
Yeah.
That motherfucker loves Monster Hunter. So, he definitely knows how to sell the game.
Yeah, Sly loves Monster Hunter, but Lavrin loves Monster Hunter.
Yeah. But that's not the surprising thing of which I've been doing this week. I think
really?
I mentioned in the chat a few days ago. Yeah. So I'm pushing Ryza to the side right now because I can't get invested into it right now. Like when I pick it up, I'm just like, man, I really don't want to play Ryza. All right.
Oh wow.
I'm back to playing Genshin Impact.
Oh yeah, you mentioned.
Right. Yeah.
You mentioned you're thinking about it.
Yeah, I've been playing for the past 3 days, and yeah, I think the bug got me. think it got me. I spent some more money in it. I rolled on the
That was my first question.
yeah, I rolled on the Tartaglia banner, not to get Child,
Uh-huh.
but to get Rosaria, which I got Rosaria on my first pool, and then I was like, man, I could try to get for more Rosarias. I didn't get more Rosarias, unfortunately.
Ends up getting 3 children.
No,
What is
I
the
got one.
plural?
I got
Tartaglia.
I did get Tartaglia, and I was like, okay, well, that's cool. Okay, I got a character that I might use at some point in time. I'm not really too impressed. I mean, he's cool, he's fun, and I've seen the story of him and Zhongli and all that. Like, I've seen part of it, and I've seen some cutscenes of them fighting. But I'm really rolling in that banner for Rosaria because she's fucking cool as shit, and that's not a pun because she's cryo, but I rolled so I did the $100 thing because the bonus thing was up again, all right? So I technically got like a $200 worth of pools, all right? And fucking I had already had Barbara maxed out. Like, I had max constellation Barbara like way before this.
Mm-hmm.
They gave me 4 fucking Barbaras in my pools.
Yeah,
all
you
right.
got a lot of that. What is it? Star.
I got a lot
what
of
the gem type is.
it's the star glitter. I got a lot of star glitter, which I was
Star
able
glitter,
to
that's
which
what
I
it
was able to return that back into a intertwined fate.
Yes,
Which you get if you've already maxed out if you've already maxed out a character in Constellation, it gives you enough to buy a one pool, like a one pool in the banners.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So so that's okay. I did end up getting Tartaglia, and I did max out my Fischl. So I got the last constellation for Fischl. Which, by the way, she's now a permanent member of my party because she's broken as fuck.
Yeah, she's all right, isn't she?
She replaced Razor instantly. I'd said, "Fuck you, Razor. I'm going to her." She does so. She helps me do so much damage. Like, it's fucking ridiculous. I have my team setup right now is like, I swap out Venti occasionally for either Barbara or somebody else. But mainly I run Venti, Zhongling, Rosaria, and Fischl. All right. So pretty much all of them like sync up together with their elements like really well, and I do a lot of damage. And I played a little bit with Matt last night. Actually, we did some co-op stuff. I've gotten into the groove of logging on, immediately using all of my resin, then doing commissions,
correct.
and then doing commissions, and then looking, or like today's Monday, so I fucking spammed a bunch of dominions to which, I mean, that's like part of my resin thing actually, is I spammed a bunch of dominions to get some ascension, like weapon ascension material for Venti. At some point in time, I'm just gonna walk around, grab all the Geoculuses, and then do the story. Because I know there's some really cool like story bits that I need to catch up to. Yeah, that's all I played this week actually. I'm now in the
is that
Genshin
it? Is that
Impact hole.
all you played?
I'm stuck in the Genshin hole, and I plan on I don't know if I want to try and pull for Zhongli because he's going to be on the next banner that comes up at the end of this month, along with the new character, which I'll talk about in a little bit because we have some updates for Genshin. or if I'm just gonna save everything I have until Ayaka comes out. And then,
Well,
like,
I now don't trust you enough to hold my breath on that, so...
yeah, I know, right? And then, like, put some money aside so that when Ayaka does come out, I just fucking throw... Actually, you know... you know how many Primo Gems Happy has?
Too many.
A lot.
He's got over 200,000.
There you go. Oh, wait,
Oh.
wait, 1,000?
200,000. At least the last time I looked, it looked like it
Oh.
was 200,000.
Okay.
He's got his pity set up to where when Ayaka comes out, the first time he pulls, it's guaranteed to be Ayaka because it's not guaranteed to be a 5-star. It's guaranteed to be Ayaka because his pity's at the point where he's guaranteed the limited character.
I can't wait for them to delay this character by another half a year.
He said he is not pulling until that character comes out. So he's just gonna gain Primo Gems after he has enough Primo Gems to more than likely max Constellation Ayaka the moment she comes out.
All I'm saying, MiHoYo, is this is what happens when you tease a character during beta and then don't put them out for several months.
Well, it's because she's an Inazuma character. So we're gonna get her when Inazuma comes out.
I'm gonna be honest, the characters are so separated from the story, I don't actually think it matters.
Not really.
Yeah, really.
No, because Venti
Think
and
about it.
Zhongli are very heavily.
If you start the game right now, you can have a character that has nothing to do with Mondstadt in your party. You can have Zhongli in your party.
Well, yeah, but like,
just because they're in your party, it has nothing to do with the story.
Yeah,
I know,
doesn't
but
matter. I mean, I don't know. I think I don't know. I'm not sure. They teased Ayaka like forever ago, and for some reason they just haven't released her.
I think to their credit, they never really teased her. She was part of the beta list. Not even the last beta either. She was part of like the second closed beta. And unfortunately, like, everyone saw her, and everyone was immediately like, holy shit, Ice Virtual Vice? Yes. Yeah. We'll have some of that, thanks. I mean, MiHoYo was like, yeah, not for a year, you won't, but thanks for liking this.
We're getting an Ice Claymore lady, like, soon-ish.
Yeah, I saw her. She looks really neat. But that's when we get there.
Yeah, which is actually really soon, but anyway. That's all I played this week. That's probably all I'm going to play this next week. So, actually, no, I might play that Resident Evil demo. But yeah. We have a viewer question this week.
Hey!
From our good friend Little, who always gives us questions. He said, his words exactly are, "Since my questions are too long, sorry for adding content to your show, and I'm too nice, I'll make this a short and mean LOL. To all, what is your favorite console of all time? And to Aqua, when the hell are you going to finish Hajimari? Please, not my sarcasm, but I love the show, LOL."
Thanks, Little. We appreciate you, even if Aqua doesn't.
I didn't say I don't appreciate him. What the fuck?
Yep. You heard him. He doesn't appreciate you. We do.
Yeah,
though.
totally. Fuck you, Little. Fuck you. Anyway, favorite console, guys.
Wow.
Favorite consoles.
Oh, PS2, far and away. Oh, golden era of gaming for me.
No, I'm gonna have to go with the Mega Drive, which is the Genesis, and I fucking love the 16-bit so much. It'll always have a special place in my heart, hands down. Even though the PS2 is a very good console as well. There's lots of good stuff on that.
I like Dalit. Gonna say PS2. because that is not only where I pretty much started my gaming at. It is literally the console in which I've put, honestly, the majority of my gaming career in. So, I mean, I did have memory cards that were just filled with Kingdom Hearts 2 save files. So,
Goodness, I never did that.
I played
As an
a lot.
alternate for that question, what's your least favorite?
Ooh.
That's rough. Probably the PlayStation Vita. I never respected anything they did with that, and I always felt it was a cash grab.
Okay, so here's a question here. Do you have to have the console for it to be your least favorite? Or do you have to have had the
No.
console for it to be your least favorite?
I mean, having experience with it is best, but you still have an opinion, of course.
Oh, well, my opinion is the Wii U, because the Wii U is the most piece of shit system ever created.
Oi, 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 oi. I had a Wii U. It was my Zelda box. It was grand.
Yeah. So?
I
have
don't
a-
know
I have
what
a
the
Switch
games were
that-
made
that-
for that system, but
I have a computer that can play every Legend of Zelda game ever created. There's my Zelda box.
Okay.
yeah,
well,
all right. Listen, you're.
Well,
Link,
mine
Do you have a list?
is, yes, the 32X. This was a
Oh,
thing you
wow.
had to slot into the Mega Drive / Genesis, whatever. And you had to have these weird prongs to hold open the cartridge slot while you like surgically implanted this abomination.
It's like this weird
Like, it
UFO
was
that sat on top of your
all-
box.
Yeah, all to like squeeze in like it to basically go to 32-bit, of course. And I had like one game on it at all. That was it. That's all I ever bothered. It's called
Amazing.
Chaotix, which is like an offshoot of the Sonic series. The game
Yeah,
itself
Team
was quite fun,
Chaotix.
actually. Yeah. The game itself was actually quite fun. But holy shit, they was so saturated, like very bright. They're like, we're gonna use all
Also-
the pixels, all the colors.
Because I'm not sure everyone knows this. For those who are scratching their head over what is a Mega Drive, it's the Genesis.
I literally was
think it's
repeating
Genesis,
this
right?
over and over.
Yeah.
I said this twice.
Listeners don't listen.
Well, you don't either, apparently.
Apparently, I don't. I
mean,
never heard
yeah.
you say Genesis.
Oopsie.
I just heard.
I heard her say it. So
Yeah, I said
Oh,
that
no, I
/
didn't.
Genesis. Oh dear.
Yeah.
Anyway, oh dear. But yeah, no. So the 32X was basically an add-on. Before that, previously, I think the Mega CD was the other console. I
Yeah.
didn't get to have go in that, but they had pretty interesting games on that too. I never had one.
Leak
yeah,
bringing in
no.
the leak bringing in the boomer knowledge.
Well, seriously, I played games before you lot, so
Yeah.
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 My upstairs neighbor.
I
had
am the
a-
elder. I am the elder.
at least in one of the apartments I was in, my upstairs neighbor had a Genesis.
Uh-huh.
That was like my only time with it though. It was not.
Hmm.
It just wasn't something I got. I happened to be younger, so I just went with the next generation of stuff for my start.
Yeah.
I think
Now my friends had the Nintendo, the SNES and stuff like that. So I would just run
Yeah.
over to their house.
like you guys have the better console. I had an uncle who had
Hmm.
a God, what was the console? It was a Sega. I think it might have been a Sega Saturn.
Yeah.
Because I think Shenmue was on it.
Shenmue's a Dreamcast.
Ah.
Yeah, or Dreamcast. There we go. Dreamcast.
Oh.
There we go.
Overhyped series. I will die on this.
And I barely I slightly remember playing that game over at my uncle's house.
Mm-hmm.
And I always forgot what the name of that game was. And I was like, man,
Yeah.
because it was kind of fun of what I played, but I had no idea what I was doing. But this was before I got into games.
Yeah, before its time, Shenmue looked impressive, but the gameplay itself was
I mean, just
like there's a
walking
lot
around
of
talking to people.
die-hard fans, yeah. And there was like lots of interactions you could have too, depending on the time of day and stuff like that. I think the
Yeah.
quick time
Yeah.
events is what got people. Lots of quick time events.
Dodge or oh, hit by a
Yeah.
piece of wood.
Yeah. Mm.
To answer a little second question,
Mm-hmm.
never.
He lies. He lies so openly. He's got to beat it before he starts the next series.
He's right. He's right. I do have to beat it before Kuro no Kiseki comes out. So, one day, hashtag. I mean, I'm literally on the final chapter. So, when I get the motivation to play a game that I don't understand, I'll do that. But that's it for the questions this week. I think it's time to go into new. And now I get to talk about Genshin again. Yeah.
Yep, here we are. We're back.
Yesterday, Genshin had a showcase showing off the new patch that's coming out at the end of this month. It's a big new update. Comes with new characters. Comes with a teleport actually to not really a newer area, but like easier access to the mountain that's between Mondstadt and Liyue. It's a big snow area, pretty much.
Dragonspire, I think, right?
Yeah, I think it's called Dragonspire. I said 2 new characters, right? The 2 new characters are, I think her name was Yunfei, or Yunfei. She's I think she's a fire type stamp lady from Liyue. A lot of her attack is just her, like she makes contracts or whatever, or she like fills out like contracts for people, and she has a bunch
that is
of
Liyue's thing.
She's she has like big stamp moves. She's actually not one of the people that are contracted with Zhongli. Because she was apparently born in the era of peace, where they didn't need to have the whatever her like race is that is contracted with the god. At least that's what they said on the little program podcast thing. Which, by the way, fuck those voice actors. They fucking spoiled something for me.
Oh?
Yeah, fuck them, man. They spoiled who Zhongli really is, and I was like, motherfucker,
see.
man. God.
Wait, no, but surely you
I
knew.
haven't met
know.
Zhongli in the game yet. I'm not at that point
Surprise!
in the storyline. So I didn't realize he's the fucking god of Earth, or god of Geo. But they did it, and so fuck those 3. Anyway, the other character, she's an ice claymore wielder, part of the Knights of Favonius. Her name is the End User License Agreement, or short for
Eula.
Yeah, it is Eula. Actually, a lot of people called her. A lot of people called her the End User License Ass.
Yeah, that's how this game works.
Yeah, this game is she a girl? She probably got a booty. So she looks really cool.
So you said it was Yunfei?
Yeah, I think it's Yunfei.
Eula?
Yeah, and Eula. Those are the 2 characters that are shown. Eula is the 5-star. Yunfei is a 4-star, and she's going to be on Zhongli's banner, which will come up again when this patch comes out. And Eula will be on the patch after, or will be on the banner after that. They also showed the PS5 version is the PS5 update is coming out with this patch as well. So this will be on April 28th. There was another big thing that they showed as well, which is this pot that's somewhere in the storyline that I haven't gotten to yet. But you go into this pot and it's a community area where you and other people can like build a town.
Hey, that's very cool.
So that looked really cool, and I'm actually really interested for that because, like, I mean, we have friends that still play this game like religiously, so that'll be really cool to play. And I think that's really all that there was in the showcase. Or at least that's the important bits. I didn't get to watch it all because I had to go to work, and I was still salty that they fucking spoiled story bits for me. Like, come on. Not everybody that watches this stuff is caught up. But yeah, I'm pretty excited. I'm not playing the PlayStation version because I have too much in my PC version, and I really don't want to go and collect all those animoculuses again.
Yeah.
Animoculi?
Animoculi, yeah. Oh, okay, all right. You know what? Anyway, animoculi. Yeah, I don't want to do that, and I just wish that they would allow you to like connect your PC version to your PlayStation version. But
I mean,
alas.
obviously, a lot of people do, and I mean, I think it's safe to say it's probably Sony in this case being ridiculous. So
Yeah,
there you
because
have
I would like to play the PS5 version because it's gonna be like supremely like really like it already runs really good on the PlayStation 5, but now it's gonna be optimized for it, so it's gonna be like a smooth like 60 to 120. You can play it at 4K and all that crap. So it's gonna be nice. So I'll probably load it up to look at it, but I'm not gonna put any time into it. But that's all Genshin stuff. Next we have a bit of like number news for Epic. Apparently they're losing like 300. They're going to lose 330 million due to like acquisitions that they've gotten for the Epic Game Store.
Mm-hmm.
Which is not surprising. The head of Epic came out and said, I mean, this is par for the course for them. They're throwing out as much money as they can to get people to want to actually like use the Epic Game Store. Along with that, Sony's also investing about 200 million more into Epic Game Store. So look forward to seeing a bunch of Sony exclusive titles that are getting PC ports end up on the Epic Game Store. Right now, Aloy's going to actually be in Fortnite. So that's
something worth
nice.
mentioning. Something worth mentioning is that it's Epic Game Store that is particularly losing money. It's not Epic as a company. Epic as a company is still terrifyingly profitable.
Yeah, Fortnite money, man.
So it's I forget because I have no care for that game whatsoever how profitable that is. Yeah, they can absolutely eat this loss for a while still. And as for the Sony cross branding stuff, again, yeah, we've seen this already with the Kingdom Hearts games coming over. Up until Kingdom Hearts 3, it was primarily Sony with a dip into Nintendo for the handhelds, right?
Mm-hmm.
So we saw that, and now again with I keep calling her Aloy. Is it Aloy?
It's Aloy, yeah.
Gosh, I'm gonna get it. I'm just gonna call her Aloy all through the game though.
That's all right.
With Aloy popping in, yeah. So that pretty much shows where that is. It's no surprise. Sony stands to gain just as much as anyone else from the way Epic deals with its business. So
yeah. Tim Sweeney already said that like they don't expect the Epic Game Store to be profitable until 2027. So
oh wow, that's further away than even I thought. That's interesting.
It's a lot of money to piss away. Holy shit.
They have it. I mean, they're one. They get so much money from Fortnite, and at some point in time that will cap off and Fortnite will go down. But two, they're also in bed with Tencent, and Tencent is literally infinite money. So
it kind of definitely feels that way, yeah.
I think they can piss away as much money as they want, and I feel like, I mean, at some point in time, the Epic Game Store is probably going to be profitable.
Moreover, as soon as they get their heads out of their asses and actually put in all those quality of life adjustments to the store, a lot of people's issues are going to go away. Now, everyone who takes issue with Tencent having any stake in the company, that can't be helped. But once you have a storefront that is even remotely like Steam, you're going to see a lot more people interface with it, I think.
Oh yeah, and so a lot of people, I don't understand why a lot of people have a problem with Tencent. You know, I have actually never seen Tencent do anything bad to a company that they've invested in. They literally are saying, "Hey, here's money, make games." That's literally all they do. They don't force them to do anything. They're just like, here's some fucking money, make a game.
Speaking of making games for Tencent.
Oh yeah. Speaking of making games for Tencent, so Amazon's cancels their Lord of the Rings game that they were planning on co-creating with Leiyu Technologies, because Leiyu Technologies was acquired by Tencent, and apparently there's a bit of frustrations between Amazon and Tencent about about the direction of what this Lord of the Rings game was going to be. So Amazon just pulled out of it, period. Which puts another notch on the games that Amazon was working on that is never coming out. So all they have left is New World.
And it's kind of looking grim for that as well. So
yeah. And if that ever dies, Amazon Gaming is just done and over with. They literally cannot do anything.
I mean, they're certainly going to have like a really nuclear stink on them for a while yet. But I mean, Amazon can eat this loss. And quite frankly, if they put the right people in charge and, outsource to the correct development studios, there's no reason Amazon games should fail. It just feels like they're going about this in a really weird manner.
So Amazon should get out of the making video games thing, because they're not set up, like, Amazon's not set up to develop video games. What they should do is try to acquire IPs and license out or publish other developers to make video games.
Yeah, be a publisher.
Yeah,
that's definitely
go the Konami route.
Yeah,
it
is
is a stronger introduction.
It is a shame that this Lord of the Rings game cancelled, though, because they've got a series coming up on Prime. It's like a prequel series to the Lord of the Rings and the Hobbit. It's set in the Second Earth, basically when Sauron rises to power, and the Rings of Power are created.
Ooh.
Basically, the big, huge battle, the beginning of the first Lord of the Rings film.
Yeah,
that's the end of the Second Age. That's the climactic ending to it. So, I'm assuming the series will probably that as well.
I wanna watch that.
Well, they've already put out an order for the second season, and they haven't even released the first one yet. So.
Oh.
Yeah, but they know that this is something that's going to print money.
Yeah, Lord of the Rings immediately.
Yeah.
Like Gollum could be a crappy game and it's still going to sell.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, I'm assuming that's why they initially development. Shame.
Yep. That's unfortunate. I like to see more Lord of the Rings games. As somebody that has just recently rewatched Lord of the Rings and is now going through The Hobbit, I'd like to see a lot of stuff that happens before all this stuff, and maybe there's some stories set during when the encyclopedic of fucking Tolkien shit was going through the fucking Silmarillion.
You mean the Silmarillion? Yeah.
Yeah. That is not a book; it's an encyclopedia.
We can get Stephen Colbert. Do you think if we cover that, we can get Stephen Colbert on the show?
Oh man.
Oh.
Maybe.
It's fine. I'll email him. It'll be easy, right? Yeah.
Yeah, totally. Stephen Colbert, you want to come on to a podcast that only has 30 viewers, if that?
Yeah, it'll be great. It'll be great.
Yeah.
It'll be great.
Yeah.
Yeah, no pressure.
No pressure.
Just
No,
shoot
no,
the
he'll
shit.
do all the
Quite
talking.
literally.
He'll do all the talking. Anyway, next we have Bloomberg Japan was reported that several companies were looking into acquiring Square Enix. Square Enix then immediately, like not even just a couple hours after that, put out an email or like a statement saying this is false. It's like nobody's looking into buying us.
Well, that's not entirely.
Oh yeah.
Everything up to most of that is correct. Obviously, there was a rumor floating about multiple companies being interested in acquiring Square Enix, and Square Enix did put out a response to that. But it should be noted that this is common. Square is actually a profitable business, ergo there are plenty of people who are interested in them for various reasons.
Yeah.
And so
In
Square
fact-
was immediate.
Oh no, you go first.
So Square did absolutely drop a comment saying, yeah, look, listen, we're not selling to anyone. The people might be interested, but this is just another day on the job. What was surprising about this was how hard this took off. Like, first of all, this article happened, which is a surprise. That it wasn't, I mean, perhaps it was covered a bit better than what I read. Obviously, what I read was not in English, and it was translated, so there might have been some translation errors there. But it does strike me weird that they wouldn't mention that this is a commonplace thing for any profitable business. And so, I mean, obviously, people legitimately saw Square Enix to be bought, and were like, "Hey, wait, by who?" And so this took off, and Square was like, "No, no, 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 no,
Yeah.
no."
A lot of people were like, "Well, Microsoft's gonna want to fucking buy Square again."
Yeah.
Fucking rah. And I was hearing so many things. I'm like they could offer the same amount that they offered to Bethesda, or ZeniMax. Square would be like, no.
Yeah, they wouldn't. But like, so when this happened, right, when the rumors first started flying around, the stocks changed. They actually got they had some profit from it, I think, just for the rumors. Yeah, like Square Enix got some.
Okay.
Yeah. Like, but they had to, as a stock trader, clarify the situation for the investors. So this is another reason why they put out this statement.
I'm gonna sidebar this when talking about stock and investing stuff. Do you guys know Dogecoin's at 42 cents right now?
God damn it!
You fucking crypto.
How high? First of all, did you ever put any? Did you ever buy?
Oh yeah, I have 52 coins in Dogecoin.
Okay.
So,
I
would technically gain about $10 right now.
Hey, that's lunch.
I could sell and I'd get 21, but it would be $10 more than what I put in, pretty much.
Your profit.
Yeah. I'm actually waiting for a dip so I can make it an even 100. Not $100, but 100 coins. That way, because I think with the way this is going, I think Dogecoin's gonna hit like $1 or whatever. Even Newegg tweeted out, "Hey, do you guys think we should start using Dogecoin? Like, start accepting Dogecoin or whatever?" You know, if Newegg actually starts accepting Dogecoin, it's gonna fucking skyrocket.
It's gonna be pretty big.
It's gonna fucking skyrocket. So I'm like, I wanna make it like an even number or whatever of what I have into it, just in case, like, you know, what if it hits like 1,000 or whatever? Well, I have a fucking 100 coins, right? That's I'll have like a shit ton of money. So
you'll then have to pull out at the right time. Well, really pull out before the inevitable collapse.
Drop, yeah.
And that's I imagine this is going to collapse real hard whenever it does.
Yeah.
Hope it doesn't collapse when you're sleeping.
The markets don't open until like certain times, so like it shouldn't collapse. It won't collapse until like the markets are open. So
Yeah, I'm thinking of a slightly more long-term idea
Yeah.
for a collapse, but
No, yeah. It'll be a while before it actually hits some like super high numbers, but people that have like people invested like a shit ton of money into Dogecoin when it was at like fractions of a cent. All right? They're fucking rich now. Like I know people that have put in like $6,000 when it was a fraction of a cent. Now it's at fucking 43 cents. Or actually, it's like 49 or 42 or something like that. All right. That's a lot of money. That's a lot of increase. So yeah. Sidebar aside, yeah. Obviously, people are looking into buying Square, but Square is just like, they're not accepting anything. Square likes to be its own company. So after that, we have a Bamco rumor that came out. A Twitter handle of Leaky Pandy had a Bamco update. Are you guys still here? Okay.
Yes.
It was so quiet. It was so
Wait,
quiet. It was so quiet.
Our noise gates are working very well.
Yeah, I know.
yeah.
So
welcome.
they had a Bamco update, in which, I mean, this is all rumors, but the only thing that like solidified me thinking that this could be real is that there's no Elden Ring added to it. So the rumors were there is a possibility of a DBZ Kakarot for the Switch coming out soon, or like going to be announced soon. Tales of Destiny remake or remaster or a port for PC, PS4, Xbox, and Switch, which that will be really cool because it is really hard to find a good copy of Tales of Destiny right now. Like you can only play it on like really old systems or like emulate it. So if there's like a remaster or remake for it, I would be happy. They said Tales of Arise is going to be shown at the Xbox conference that's going to be happening at E3. So that makes sense. And I think, honestly, if it's going to be shown at the Xbox conference at E3, I'm going to go ahead and say Xbox Game Pass. Day one. Guarantee it.
Man, that would be ideal.
Guarantee it. But not PC. I'm not going to assume PC Game Pass. Because PC Game Pass
Why
is
you gotta
really
do
limited.
me like this personally?
Because they do me like this personally. All right, like games that I want on Xbox Game Pass PC, they're not on. Like Outriders wasn't on Game Pass PC, so fucking A.
This is true.
But if it is talked about and shown on the Xbox thing, I'm guaranteeing it. At least console Xbox, at least console Game Pass day one. Dark Souls expanding further into Switch and Stadia. That's not surprising. They gotta milk that fucking cash cow. And then a Gundam Breaker 4 apparently might be announced for PC, PS5, and Xbox Series X, or the Series section. So that'll be interesting. I assume most of the Bamco news will be revealed during an Xbox conference because they're really in bed with Microsoft. Mostly. So who knows? But I'm really hype. Yeah.
Oh, actually, since you mentioned Gundam, Netflix people, apparently there's going to be a live-action Gundam movie coming to Netflix.
Gonna be shit.
That's bold.
Yeah, it is bold. It is very bold. Well, I will. I mean, I don't like Gundam really anyway, so it just doesn't interest me. Gundam Breaker sounds like pretty nice.
Mm-hmm.
I've seen other Gundam Breakers and they look nice. I mean, I say that I'm not really into Gundam, but I did ask Sly to tell me where I should be like getting Super Robot Wars X last week. But mainly just because I want to play Code Geass stuff.
Well, this Netflix thing, the director is Jordan Roberts. I don't. Do you know his Robert? With the tongue. Rubit, there's a freaking giant Rubit.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I don't know what other things he's done though. Eh?
I've never heard of him, so
Hmm.
I am unawares. I am interested in all this Tales news though, because the more Tales stuff that I see, the happier I am, because Tales is like my third favorite game series.
Yes.
That's it for the Bamco
Right.
stuff. Now we get to have a near segment, a small little
Hey,
near
lots of
segment.
good news.
Yeah. So they announced that Nier Automata is actually getting a proper PC update. Obviously, probably to implement an official fix for the game on PC, because it's shit, and you need a fan-made fix for it. I'm assuming they're just going to take the fan-made fix and make it official.
This is Steam
I
version
wouldn't
2.
be surprised if you're correct. Because
Yeah.
as I recall, Dark Souls did that.
Yep. Well, I mean, did Durante make the Nier Automata fix?
Special, I think it's Chaldean Special K. So
Oh, okay. Durante is the guy that did the Dark Souls fix, and he's also the one that works on most of the PC. Actually, he works on all the PC ports that come out of Nisa. So that's like Trails of Cold Steel and all that. All of those get worked on by Durante now. And well, his company, because he actually made a company now.
Oh, good. Yeah, that's good.
So they literally just license him out to, or like hire him and his crew to do PC ports for video games.
I mean, it makes sense. I consistently forget Automata is actually a poor port, because I have the fix in and it runs fine. Like, it runs fine. So I consistently forget that there's anything wrong with it to begin with. So they should absolutely hire out whoever did this to make it work efficiently.
Yeah, that's what I'm assuming they
taking
did.
it down? Are they taking it down from the stores, or
No.
you just update the...
I think it's just update.
All right.
This is why I think that Legacy of Kain thing is going to be a complete remaster. Because it's exactly it's exactly what they
That's where
did with
my
The Last
mind went
Remnant.
to. Yeah.
I'll buy it. I will. I don't even know if I'm gonna have time to play it. I'll buy it.
Well,
Yeah.
if you already had that version, you'll just automatically
I
get
did
the.
not.
Oh, okay.
I do in my.
You
Steam
automatically
library.
get the you automatically get the remaster for free.
Wonderful.
We assume.
Well, that's what
I
they
hope
did with Last
so.
Remnant.
They're just replacing it. So.
Yeah, but just in case, let's
Just in
say
case,
we
yeah.
assume.
Yeah.
Well, I'll let you know, I guess.
Yeah.
All right. Next in the Nier news, Nier Replicant, which comes out next week. They showed a extra content trailer today. Actually, was it today or was it yesterday?
Some point.
It shows a dungeon. God damn. Actually, it shows a dungeon and it shows like some extra costumes, I think, that are getting put into it.
Yes, Kabuki and
Yes,
Samurai.
and
Yeah. And what?
it confirmed a lot of things actually.
Mm.
Yeah, there's a lot of things were confirmed. I find these Nier trailers to be, I guess it's because it's a game that already exists. They're very big. They have no problem showing off what's actually going down, and that's really cool.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
especially with like this last one, we see the Automata stuff. There's new content being added to Nier, which is wild. So
Extra
and
episode.
it was
Mermaid.
really, it was Mermaid,
Yeah.
yeah. It was like a
Trailer
super
looks
boss.
fun.
I look forward to it.
Yeah.
Like it was really cool to see the voice actors for 2B and 9S on the US side being shown. That so that tells us that whatever the crossover is, it's more than just the costumes.
Yeah.
Unless when you put on the costumes, you adapt their voices, which would also be kind of neat. I guess.
Oh,
I
do you
think
they would?
that might be it. I mean,
Oh.
because it says for Yorha costumes and weapons plus music and VA from Automata. So
Okay.
Yeah, so it could be that. I was kind of hoping for a cheeky little Devil Popula type thing where they're like progenitor to 2B and 9F turn up somewhere.
that'd be cool. But yeah,
It's hard to say. Like, obviously, we don't know, and this is just a bunch of really cool stuff.
Yeah, I did sign up to hopefully maybe get an early copy of the game.
Good man.
But we will see.
Good luck.
Hopefully. So next we have the RE showcase that happened the other day. This was a pretty big showcase. It lasted for about an hour, actually, or maybe just a little over an hour. Okay, so I was really confused at this one part because I didn't watch the trailer for it, but I was really confused when they started talking about demos. All right, so apparently PlayStation gets to access all the demos like first.
Yes, which is strange, but a thing that they're doing.
But there was like so many different times you can access a demo or whatever, and you can only play for like 30 minutes. And then when the demo actually comes out for everybody, like in May, it's only for an hour, and you can only play an hour of the demo. And then after that, you can't play anymore. So it's like the one shot for RE2.
Exactly.
So it looks cool. Everybody gets to walk around and get dommied by Big Lady.
She
actually,
big.
I saw.
Did we see Kotaku's bad take?
Yes. I was about to. I was about to talk about that. Everywhere on Twitter today. Kotaku made an article saying you do not want Lady Dimitrescu to sit on your face or to step on your face. Everybody quote retweeted that and went, Kotaku, do not tell me how to live my fucking life. All right.
Yeah. No, like once again, in the words of the internet, the Virgin Kotaku versus the absolutely Chad Polygon, who on the topic all they had to say was, "She big."
She big.
So I genuinely seeing this discourse as being hilarious.
Yes, it was so great. Everybody quote retweeted it. I was just like, yes,
fantastic.
Please. They did reveal Mercenaries will be back for RE8 or RE Village,
It looks
which is
just
great.
like how I remember it.
It looks so good. Good.
Only
man.
first person, obviously.
Yeah.
But it looks like it feels really arcadey, which I'm good for.
Yeah. Well, I love it. It looks so good, and I can't wait to play it. Like I get flashbacks of playing RE5 Mercs, and man,
I remember being in middle school and playing so much RE4.
Oh yeah,
Mercenaries with my mate. Or was I just into high school? I forget. But yeah, I put so much time into that, and then RE5 came out, put in a bunch of time with that.
RE6 Mercs was really good.
One.
RE6 Mercs was really good. It was just unfortunate that it was attached to RE6.
Yep,
so,
sure is.
They next showed a bit of Infinite Darkness.
Yes.
Where you will have to probably deal with more
Leon.
More help.
Yep, Leon.
Help me, Leon.
Yeah, no, I copy pasted this like screenshot from the comment section of YouTube from the trailer, and the top comment was, "Mr. President, I'm here to protect," and then President Graham, "Leon, help!" And then Leon's like, "Not this shit again."
It's so good. I saw that too. It's so good.
That movie looks really good, actually. I'm not gonna lie.
What, the animated one?
Yeah. Infinite Darkness looks really good.
I would say have a look at the other ones. The way that they look is oftentimes not the biggest. But yeah, the animated ones aren't bad.
And I think that comes out in June. I think that's when it releases.
Yes.
Everybody will be able to watch it on Netflix.
Yeah, you can watch Leon in a suit. He never changes his haircut.
It's true.
Always
It's
changes
true,
his
he looks
always
really-
changes his voice actor.
Always that
though.
90s dreamy boy band haircut, the curtains.
I'm sorry, did you mean the young Matthew Mercer?
I'm
No, it's
sorry.
always
My
it's always a
mistake.
different voice actor. It's not Matt Mercer this time.
No, this is using the RE2 cast, which makes sense.
Oh,
Yeah.
At least that's what I've been told.
Didn't Sam Riegel play Leon at some point?
I do not think so.
Okay. I remember maybe I don't know. All I know is that Mercer was him for one like bit and then that was it.
The only voice actors I know for Leon are Leon's current actor, whose name I don't have memorized yet. Matt Mercer, who was 6 and everything surrounding 6, and Paul Mercier, who was before that.
Yeah.
He was RE4 Leon, and I guess there was probably another one way back for like the first young boy Leon, but I genuinely don't know who that was.
I don't know.
No, my favorite Leon, and I love Matthew Mercer, is Paul Mercier. Also because he voiced the merchant, and he's great. He's great.
What are you buying?
Yeah.
What are you selling? Stranger. It's great.
Yes. The lines that bring
Alright.
people together.
All right, I have a list of people that have played Leon. In Resident Evil 2, you have Paul Haddad.
Mhm.
All right, you have Resident Evil
See,
4.
Oh yeah, you know Paul Haddad, that guy, sure.
Yeah, I don't know who that guy is. Resident Evil 4 and the Dark Side Chronicles and Degeneration is Paul Mercier. Operation Raccoon City is Christian Land. Resident Evil 6 Damnation and Vendetta is Matt Mercer. And Resident Evil 2 Remake and Infinite Darkness is Nick Apostel. I don't even know how to say that name. Apostolid.
Oh, he's Greek, is he? Or
Yeah.
he's at least from Mediterranean.
Apostolides. There you go. There's my English
Wouldn't
for
it
you.
be Lides? Because Greek.
Yeah.
Anyways,
Apostolides,
I can get over the fact that Christian Lands voiced Leon looks just like Chris.
Really? Oh god.
I will give you a picture, but we should probably move on.
I mean, next was they mentioned Reverse in like one sentence, or RE-verse. It's a kill box video game, that's free if you buy Resident Evil 8. Yeah, that's literally it from the beta that was playing over this month. It apparently sucks, so who knows. They did mention that they are going to add an RE killer into Dead by Daylight in June. They haven't revealed who the killer is going to be. So who are we guessing?
I mean, I think everyone would like it to be Lady D, but I don't think it's going to be. My money's on it being Nemesis.
Yeah, I'm thinking Nemesis too. But Lady D would be nice.
That'd be cool as the killer.
Yeah, fucking Lady D would be.
I mean, if they really want to like super throw me off, yeah, they'll just use a tyrant.
Oh yeah,
Like
true.
RE2 tyrant, and have one of the survivors be like, I guess Claire. Leon, would you put Leon in this too? Though?
I mean, you could
Claire needs
at
more
that
love.
point. At that point, you just put Mr. X.
Yeah, I mean, you could do that too. That would, my goodness, yes. As a matter of fact, please don't use Nemesis. Please let it be Mr. X. I mean, please let it be Lady Dimitrescu. But if not,
Yeah.
Mr. X would be great.
That was it for pretty much the RE showcase. I didn't watch the RE Village trailer, so I'll need to go back and watch that.
Ooh,
But I
got
I
very,
have
very
it.
excited.
I have the game.
Excited.
I bought it
Lycans
with
and
the
gentlemen.
yeah
Demo.
Lycans and gentlemen. Yeah, well I no I have well I can get the demo because PlayStation, but um I'll try the demo. But I've already bought the game on PC because it was with
Oh, I
the
see.
Final Fantasy. It was with the Final Fantasy, the Resident Evil 7 pack. So which means technically I could play Reverse or Reverse, but I don't feel like wasting my time. So that is it for Resident Evil. Next we move on to House of Dead remake for Switch.
Hey,
Excited by
I don't
this.
like the tone you took with that. This is a great thing.
No,
It's
it's not.
really freaking good. It is.
It's not.
I,
No.
What?
I
Let me
imagine
let me let me
Okay.
let me
Okay.
explain first. It's being made by the same people that made the Panzer and Dragoon remake. And that game
Okay.
was shit.
You played it?
Oh, that's disappointing.
I've looked at it. It looks bad.
It looks bad.
Yeah, like as in like physically looks bad. Like I couldn't
Okay.
like watch it.
Well, I watched the trailer for House of the Dead. It looked great. Like arcadey. That's what I want. My only concern is that it's a light gun game. You need to be able to I'd imagine playing with a controller would be more difficult. Suppose, especially on the Switch Lights, that might be really tricky.
Joke's on
yeah.
you. House of the Dead will, for me, always and forever be the best game to learn how to type fast.
That's
Typing
Typing
of
of
the
the
Dead.
Dead. That's not this. I wish
true.
they did that again. I love
Oh
that
my goodness.
game. That's how I
I
learned
did.
touch typing.
Yeah, exactly. Like obviously this was like a big arcade game for me. At least I never owned a
Yeah.
home version of it. But like this was the game where if it was there in the arcades, I jumped for like this and Time Crisis.
hmm Yes, Time Crisis. I freaking love Time Crisis. I
Yeah.
played that shit on the PlayStation. Loved it. At the
I
light
love
gun as
Time
I
well.
actually
Crisis.
wasn't very good at either of these games, but
I
I loved
loved
them so
them.
much.
So
Do they have a
fucking
Switch
cheesy.
light gun? They have a Switch light gun, don't they?
Not a Switch like I don't.
No, but they have the controllers.
Yeah. I was gonna say they had like
I'm
they have
sure-
like
yeah,
a
I'm
Switch
sure what they
controller
would
that's like a
do-
gun.
Yeah.
Yeah, because if you think about Labo, a weird thing to bring up, the whole thing was using the Joy-Cons in unique ways.
Mhm.
Make a cardboard light gun holder.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, that's right.
I imagine that this has been something that they've considered before, and I imagine you will use the Joy-Cons a lot like a
Hmm.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong. I imagine they will also put out an overpriced light gun to buy.
No, well,
But
I think there
also
is a Nintendo Switch gun.
Hmm.
Like if I'm not
Hmm.
mistaken, because like isn't there a Duck Hunt for the Switch?
Oh,
Is
is
there a
there?
Duck Hunt for the Switch?
Let me check.
I have looked it up. You are correct. There is a gun controller, and it is exactly like I said. You stick in the Joy-Cons, and
Yeah,
they
yeah,
do
Ah,
their
okay,
thing.
okay. Mm-hmm.
yeah. It's a rifle controller.
So yeah,
Yeah.
you're correct.
I
That's what I
watched.
thought. I
So
was like-
after watching the trailer, oh no, you could continue.
Good thing I had nothing to say.
Okay. Essentially, at the end of the trailer, they have really cheesy voice acting like they do in the old arcade version. When they talk like this, I'm a bad guy. Ah ha ha. That kind of thing. Yeah.
She's not even wrong.
So yeah. I don't know if it's on purpose or it was accidentally bad again. I love it though. Thank you.
Probably
I
with those
refuse
types
to
of games,
believe
it's
that
on
it
purpose.
wasn't.
Guilty
Yeah, I
pleasure.
refuse to believe that they didn't get someone who just reveled in being hammy. Absolutely. You've
yeah.
come this far, but you've fallen into my evil trap, and you won't get out of here alive. This house is full of zombies. You might call it a house of the dead.
But how?
But Chris, why?
I genuinely hope it does well. Like, there's a lot of nostalgia in a game like this for me. So
Yeah. We will see. Was there a release date for that game?
not that I saw.
Okay. So soon.
So look forward to
Yeah. Next, starting yesterday for us, right? Well, for me right now, starting yesterday. Horizon Zero Dawn is free with the play at home for a month. It will end on my birthday, which is May 14th. So if you have a PlayStation and haven't played Horizon Zero Dawn, well, you can for free right now. So go do that.
No, but
next.
seriously, go do that. I'm
Seriously, do that.
Yes.
So, PlayStation 5 got its first major update, which now allows PlayStation 5 games to be stored on external hard drives. Thank fucking God. Holy
solid
shit.
update.
This is the first in some good news that Sony has been possibly doing this past week. The update also allows you to set it to where games that use HDR will automatically use HDR, and will automatically set games to if you can set games to 120 frames automatically if they support that. So those are the big things that came from that update, which is pretty good. I think Digital Foundry is already starting to do some tests and see how well that works.
Should be interested to hear what they come up with.
Yeah. Next, it was revealed that apparently PS5 is the fastest selling console in America, which is actually not very surprising considering how it's been sold out forever.
It does feel like a weird thing to hear, not because it shouldn't be, but because we all know that these metrics are skewed because of the warehouses of PS5s bought up by scalpers.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's I believe it probably would have been one of the higher selling consoles, but this feels like kind of a gimmick.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I think it would have sold maybe close to as much as it already has, but it definitely has a boost because of the scalpers. They definitely bought a crazy amount, and are now selling it at a dumb, ridiculously high price. But yeah, I mean, I assumed that this would happen. I wouldn't think it was going to be the fastest selling console in America. But I was thinking it was hopefully going to beat out probably the best selling Sony console in at least America, which I think technically it's probably already done that. So
yeah, I mean, in terms of speed, that makes sense to me that it picked up quickly. We have a larger player base than ever before. It'll always be the case. Unless something dramatic happens, the current generation will always have more base than the last. The only time I'm ever surprised to hear things like this is when they overtake best selling, because Christ, the PS2 sold so much.
Yeah.
But
I
just
still
in terms
think
of,
it's the highest selling one, right?
It couldn't be yet. Lifetime.
No.
Absolutely not.
No. I mean, the PS2 is still the highest selling out of the Sony consoles, right?
Well, Sony console, yes.
Yeah. Switch is the overall.
Is it the Switch?
I
It is a
think
Nintendo
so.
product. I know.
I think it's the Switch. I think the Switch is the highest selling console at the moment. I think it beat out the PS2 not too long ago.
Well, so my issue is, are you counting the DSs? Because they're who I think are the highest selling consoles.
I don't know.
But yeah, regardless, we're literally splitting hairs. There's been so much sold so quickly. It is genuinely very impressive.
Oh, so I have the numbers here actually.
Oh wow, that was actually pretty easy.
Yeah. PlayStation 2 is still at top with a 155 million. The Nintendo DS family sits at number 2 at 154.02 million.
Yeah. Okay.
Surprisingly, at a whopping 4, whopping number 4. Number 3. I mean, Game Boy and Game Boy Color at 118.69 million units sold.
No, mate, that doesn't surprise me in the slightest. I lived through that. I personally had 2 of the things.
Yeah. The PlayStation 4 is actually in 4th place with 114 million.
Oh, that does surprise me. That's really cool.
Actually, you know what surprises me the most? Where's the Switch at? The Switch is actually under the PSP at 79.87 million.
Oh, that'll raise by the end of its lifespan. My goodness, it's gonna climb. Where's the PSP anyway?
At 80 to 82 million.
Okay, yeah.
It's literally right above the Switch.
Okay.
And right under Game Boy Advance.
That makes sense. I think the last time we did a check-in on the Switch, it had just passed the 3DS family.
Yeah.
That was like the last big news we had on it. So
Mhm.
it's only going to climb. They're going to continue supporting it for a couple more years. And it's probably then going to be taken over by Switch 2, whatever they call their Switch XL or whatever it is.
Switch Pro, man.
And then that family will probably jump straight to first or second.
Yeah. Lastly, and this was hilarious because this happened today. Sony, in their immense intelligence, read what everybody said in their backtracking on closing down the PS3 and the Vita stores. PSP store is still closing on June 2nd. But PS3 and Vita stores are staying open. I think Jim Ryan said himself that we read everybody's what everybody was saying, and we've come to a decision to not shut down the PS3 and PS Vita stores, and we hope to continue preserving this history in gaming, which I'm pretty sure is a load of crap from him. So,
oh, it absolutely is, but it's the right call at the end of the day, and that's what most people care.
Yes,
I have heard a couple. I've read a couple of interesting takes from people going like, "Yeah, I was really stressing out about the store closing." To which I was thinking, really? Do you actually? Like, this is the correct opinion to keep it open, but were you, person making this hyperbole ever really going to go back and buy more things off the PS3 store?
I still might.
I wonder. Really? I'm interested. What are you planning on buying from the PS3 store in particular?
There are still bunches of I think there's a bunch of 3D PS3 platformers that I haven't played that I could play. I still have I still have all of my PS3 games that I own physically in my room.
I mean, so do I. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm not 100%
I just
sure.
think it was interesting hearing some people be a little extra about it. But again, this is the correct idea. Because I'm probably wrong. There are people who probably were planning at some point soon to buy something off the PS3 store. I don't know. But definitely having a bunch of these games not suddenly disappear is good.
Yeah,
it's actually very good.
And the developers that were making PlayStation Vita games can still continue making PlayStation Vita games. So, yes, there are still developers making games for the Vita, surprisingly enough.
I'm as surprised as you all, I'll be honest.
Yeah, they're like when the news of the Vita store closing down, some of the developers that were making they're indie developers, so they're making games for certain platforms or whatever. And they came out and was like, we never heard anything about this. Like, they knew.
I'm not surprised to hear this.
Oh,
yeah, because
God, what a way to find out.
Yeah, some developers were had just acquisitioned Vita dev kits to make the game for it, and they never got word that they were closing down the store. until, Sony announced it last week, or 2 weeks ago.
That must have been a right scare.
Yeah, some of
Ladies
them
and
were like, okay, well,
another reason why this is my least favorite console.
yeah, some of them were just like, well, I guess we're canceling our game then because their game wasn't going to be done before it came out, or one developer was like that their game was coming out before like the before the store shut down, but like they were only going to have a month of it being up. So like, you guys have a month to buy our game, but that's it. So this is definitely the right decision. I'm glad to see Sony backtrack on this one. Now only if they will rectify the whole problem with this and make their fucking newer console backwards compatible with all other systems. But that's not going to happen because PS3 is shit.
Nice. But yeah, the PS3 architecture is going to put a dampener on that. I think all PS3 games, if you ever want to see them in future hardware, they're going to have to be remade.
Like, I just want to pull my White Knight Chronicles 2 disc, all right, and put it in my PS5 and play it. I don't want to have to go to the corner and grab my PlayStation 3 to play it. But I can't.
I know that feel of lazy. That's how I'd love to treat my Blue Point Metal Gear Solid collection. Can't do that, though.
Exactly. Anyway, that's it for news this week, though.
Hey, we did it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. It was a lot of good stuff. A lot of not really too much of announcements, actually, but soon we will soon be getting into the era of 2021 announcements, starting next month.
Ooh, soon.
Yeah, soon. Anyway, what are you guys doing this week?
I guess I'm setting my world rank to number one, to level 1, and just no lifing, but plowing through the story, because at this point I just need to get to the end of Outriders.
I told you how long
start
it took,
the
right?
actual game.
It takes like 4 hours to do that.
Oh, okay. Yep.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, literally, if you skip all the cutscenes, it takes you like 4 hours.
Huh.
So,
all right. Well, yep.
and you're already over halfway
what
through
I'm
the
gonna
game.
do.
So,
yep. So yeah, I'm gonna go do that and download Horizon. Maybe start that. Probably not. And I will see you all next week. Yeah.
Yeah.
What are you doing, Leak?
Mine is aquatic revenge.
Fish fight fish.
Right. Monster Hunter as well, of course.
Yeah.
Yep.
News flash for anybody watching next week's video. The first thing Leak's going to say is fish. Fish 12. Leak 0.
All right, cheeky buggers. So I was inserting this direction. Place your bets. Go on.
And we got 12 bets on the fish. I am going to be playing more Genshin Impact because that's a game you have to play every day. And I will be playing it every day. And probably some Monster Hunter Rise at some point. I do have Wednesday and Thursday off, so maybe I'll get lucky and hop into a Lavrin session. So we will see. But that's gonna be it for this week.
Pass along my regards.
Oh, I will. Maybe you should get Monster Hunter Rise, Dalit.
Maybe I should when I have the time.
Aqua doesn't play with me. You hear that, everybody?
I mean,
awkward
you
silence.
could say, "Hey, Aqua, you want to play some Monster Hunter Rise?" And I'm like, "Yeah, sure."
Yeah, why do I have to do all the legwork? Jeez, asking me. Oh,
yeah, Aqua, come on.
Got him.
Fine, Leak. If you want to play some Monster Hunter Rise, we can.
Yeah, sure, if I find the time.
Very
Fucking
good.
A. But that's going to be it for this week. Remember, people, if you want to ask us some questions and we can answer it on the podcast, just email us at perpetualbacklogpodcast@gmail.com or message me on Twitter. My DMs are normally open. Just don't send me anything weird, please. And you guys can hit like and all that nonsense. We love all of the numbers going up, please. And subscribe and all that stuff. So yeah.
Who's doing the
Love your
breakdown this
faces.
week? Wait,
I'm doing the
who's
breakdown. I'm doing the
You
breakdown this week. Yeah.
Ah. Oh, you look forward to that, folks.
Oh yeah, and look forward to me
It's a good catch. I
fumbling
completely
and-
forgot about it.
fumbling and reading a dumb script and all that crap. Anyway, that's gonna be it for this week.
Bye.
Goodbye, guys.
Take care.
Thank you for listening. If you like this content and want to see more, please like, favorite, and subscribe. Links to our Twitters are in the description.